Hey guys, so we're back in the GCM ScaleGarage here, and we're going to start to bring you a whole bunch of these fantastic scale vehicles as rig reviews here at the ScaleGarage. So today we've got this wonderful masterpiece here set up, and this is Dana's beautiful kit, and we're going to get him to jump in here and tell you what's going on with this great kit. So first of all, Dana, tell us what do we have here?
Well, this is, of course, one of those fantastic Tamiya kits, Sand Scorcher, of course. This is the re-release. This
Okay.
was made to look, the vintage look, but it definitely is the re-release.
Okay. How does that change sort of your mode about the car? Like, if this was a vintage car, would you have still done all this work on it?
Good point. Probably not. If it was the vintage, oftentimes you'd want to do it sort of the box art look and feel to it.
Yeah.
With the vintage, there's some value,
Sure there is.
to it. Not that there isn't any value in this, but the nice thing about the re-releases that Tamiya is coming out with is you can have the vintage feel and look, but you can also go bashing with it. So it's great.
So what made you go with this scheme then instead of a box art?
Good question. I thought, making this, what would I do to it? And, as you're sort of creating these things, I thought maybe perhaps we'll go with sort of the rat rod feel and look to it. So, it's kind of that, the buggy that's been, the Volkswagens that's been sitting in the field and farmer's field and the back nine kind of thing. And, all of a sudden you sort of take it out and you want to restore it into that sort of rat rod feel to it.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the look and design I went with.
So have you done any body mods on this, or is this the basic shell that it came with in the kit?
Basic shell. There's not any particular body mods. I do like the look of it. I didn't feel any necessary to do any kind of body mods other than obviously the paint scheme.
I see you've got the tires cracked up here real nice. That looks great.
Yeah, with the rat rod feel, the red rim and the wide white wall is sort of a look that they go with. So, I kind of wanted to mimic that. And, I haven't seen much of that in the RC world. And
yeah, that's a nice touch.
Yeah, I kind of like it.
Do I see a camera in there?
Yeah, you do. Maybe this is a good sort of segue into sort of get into the guts of this and
sure,
sort of go with the feel of it. All right, so if we sort of pop open, if we have a look here, we've got the GoPro, and this is the sort of the first version of GoPro mounted in the Sand Scorcher. And I thought, when I was sort of creating this, I thought it would be a cool look to sort of see inside through the sort of character's, sort of shoulder looking, out through the windshield.
Oh, yeah, because the camera's right beside the guy.
Yeah.
So that's great.
Yeah, and the amazing thing is actually when it's running, this guy, he kind of, as we know, he's glued to the door, and he sort of flexes in and out as we go through it. So it's pretty neat.
So that you can see the guy bouncing up and down there in the GoPro while you're screaming down the trail.
As a kid, when these were first introduced, you always wanted to, when you're building them, you always wanted to know what it would feel like to be inside the, that car. And so that's kind of what I wanted to recreate here.
Well, I see a little dust on this. I think this thing's getting some use.
Oh, I love it. I love it. And the nice thing about this is not only do you have scale, but you have the fun factor that goes with it. And it's super fun. And when you can sort of add video to it, it just brings up that fun factor.
Oh, it sure does. Tell me what you've got going on for electronics.
Okay, so, just to sort of continue with that scale sort of theme, inside here I've got, your typical LiPo battery. I run it on a LiPo 2-cell.
Okay. Yep.
It's all stock in the sense of, 540 Tamiya motor.
Okay.
But I wanted to sort of get into the lighting concept. So I put in one of those 3 racing lighting controllers, which gives you the turn signal, the headlights, the brakes, and so on and so forth. So.
Yeah, I see we've got some headlight glow going on here right now. And the tail lights, I noticed those earlier.
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, so, it's a stock re-release, but, I'm telling you, when you add your own few elements, when it comes to, doing this kind of finish with the rat rod, painting the wheels and so on, with the light kit and then adding a GoPro, I mean, this thing is just so much fun to bring out there and have a good day bashing with it.
So, if someone was to get into a re-release Tamiya kit like this, what sort of recommendations would you have for them when they open the box and they're starting to build the kit? What would you add to that for them to get going?
Well, I mean, what brought me to it was, here I am, in my 30s, and I remember these as a child.
Oh yeah.
So it's a great way to sort of get back into the hobby if that's something you want to do. Pick the one you want. Your skill level. Tamiya and their manuals are so easy to run. They're so easy to build, and sort of make it your own. Do what you want to make it your own, and that's what I did here.
Wow. Well, yeah, this is a really great looking kit.
Thank you.
And I know I've seen a couple other your Tamiya kits we hope to also have here on the ScaleGarage rig reviews. And this one here definitely looks the part. I'm really glad you could bring this over here.
Thank you.
And wow, look at that, wipers and everything. What a great job.
Thank you.
Well, good job on this kit, and we hope to inspire the rest of you guys to continue your building and take your vintage Tamiya and put it back on the shelf somewhere proper, and now you can get these great re-release kits and have a really good time still out on the trails with these. And here's a great example of how to turn a re-release into a beautiful scale buggy. I mean, look at the tires on that thing. That's perfect. Anyway, really enjoyed that. Thanks so much for bringing that in and showing it off, and we'll look forward to some more reviews at the ScaleGarage.
Thank you.